All right, hello, wine-drinking people. We're back with more of what I've had to drink yesterday. I don't know why that Australian accent comes out whenever we review Australian wines, but we've had the owner of Chateau Tanunda from Downunder here in the store, John Geber, and he was off to show off his wines personally, which you don't see a lot of people that own famous estates like this out traveling around their own. He got lost trying to find us. What a nice guy, though, and really passionate about what he's done with this historic property. It was it's one of the oldest wineries in Australia, maybe the oldest, and they have some of the oldest plant material. The property was owned by Penfolds, which, well, it was actually owned by Seppelt. It was bought by Penfolds in '77. But John bought the property in 1998 and then started the really rigorous task of restoring this landmark property. And Stuart Bourne's a winemaker. He was formerly at E&E. And these wines are very good, very stylish and elegant wines. Not over the top. You know, I think a lot of Australia's reputation has been tarnished at the high end because of these Mali Duca, Hookah Wooka wines that are 16, 17% alcohol. And hey, they may get great press, but they're not wines that are going to age incredibly well and develop like these wines will. Like the wines of a producer like Penfolds. It's never made a wine over 14.5% alcohol. It's not because they don't like alcohol. It's because they like balance in their wines and freshness. That is what enables you to drink another glass. And these Chateau Tanunda wines have just that. The Riesling, very aromatic on the nose, some lime blossoms, peach, you know, that minerality and that petrol kind of nuance that you get from Riesling, and it's from a Barossa Valley that was planted in 1928. Some very old vines give this wine incredible intensity, a very lush and fruit-forward style of Riesling with bright and fresh lime zest, a little briny notes rounding out the palate, leaves the tongue salivating for food. Even though there's 6 grams of residual sugar in this wine, the bright acidity helps finish bone dry. Very good juice. And the Chateau Tanunda Grand Barossa Shiraz, very pretty nose of violets, dark cocoa, mocha spice. This wine's got a bit of Cabernet Franc in it. There's a little floral note, a hint of Cabernet Sauvignon, which adds complexity. They've got an 85% varietal rule in Australia, so it's got to be at least 85% Shiraz, if that's what it says on the label. Good amount of dark plum and dark cherry fruit on the nose as well. Really fresh and balanced style of Shiraz on the palate, that pretty floral note showing through on the finish with that delicious cherry and plum fruit, a nice hint of spice and lovely zest. There's about 50,000 cases of this wine produced, and a very good bottle of Shiraz coming in around $18.75. The Grand Barossa Cabernet also got a little bit of Cabernet Franc in there and a bit of Shiraz. It's got some lovely notes of herbs and black olive to the dark currant and plum fruit on the nose. This wine comes from the Eden Valley, some of the fruit from the Eden Valley, which is technically northern Barossa. They've got about 250 acres in the Barossa, 200 in Cowra. I'm not familiar with that area, but it's supposedly directly east of Sydney, and a classic style of Cabernet Sauvignon. Not overdone with fruit or oak, but a bit of herbal and peppery note to the wine on the tongue. Smooth tannins, red currant, cherry, plum-like fruit. Very elegant and savory style of Cabernet with the fine tannins on the finish and a nice dose of that tobacco spice and peppery notes through the finish. Very good juice. The same price as the Shiraz. And then the Noble Baron Shiraz. This is mostly Shiraz with a bit of Cabernet Franc, aged for 18 months in French and American oak. They've got a lovely dark blackberry jam-like fruit to the nose here. Dark chocolate, fresh earth, notes of sweet tobacco spice, a hint of eucalyptus. Nice complexity on the nose here. Dark, rich, and chewy on the tongue with a lot of blackberry fruit. Good amount of that black licorice spice, bitter cocoa notes. Lovely balance of city holding everything in place. Only 500 cases produced of this wine in the $50 price range, but excellent juice. That's what we had to drink with Chateau Tanunda. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.